Hello, 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 and welcome. We are now streaming live on Facebook. I'm going to make sure I am doing it via Zoom and also Facebook. So I'm just going to pull it up here on my phone so that I can see. All right, so I can see who's watching and any comments that you might have. I am so excited for our topic today. We're going to talk about anger. All right, and the message that anger has for us. And I have to tell you, I love this emotion. Remember how yesterday I talked about how emotions are neutral. They're not good, they're not bad, but that's what we've been taught, right? We've been taught that we shouldn't feel certain emotions, that it's bad. And of course, when that happens, we have a tendency to suppress those bad emotions. And when we do that, we don't get the message and we're not able to process through them. And anger is probably the most maligned emotion out there, the most shamed, and the one that we're told that it's bad for us to feel. But anger is powerful. Anger is powerful and anger is really important. So, what I want you to understand about anger is that the message it has for us is it signals to us that something has to change, that there is something that is not in alignment, it is not okay with you, and change needs to happen. A lot of times, anger comes up when there has been a boundary violated. And it's signaling to you something is not okay, a boundary has been violated, and it is up to you to repair that fence, to repair that boundary, to be clearer in your communication of what is okay and what is not okay. Sometimes it is calling you to take action beyond just creating these boundaries. And the other really beautiful thing about anger is that it unveils truth. There is so much honesty that comes up when our anger rises to the surface. Okay, so I had an experience several years ago with my husband regarding when we first made the move here to Utah, and there were some issues, a couple of bumps along the road for that. And one night I was taking Ambien at the time for sleep, and I had just taken my Ambien and I was in that twilight place where I was almost asleep, but not quite asleep. And my husband decided to choose that moment to have a serious conversation. And you guys, my anger came up and out in this very raw honesty. It was very raw. There was no filter. I was simply laying it on the table in a very real and very honest way with my husband. Bless his heart. He learned a few things. He learned what I was really thinking and feeling. And he also learned not to have serious conversations with me when I was on Ambien, because I'm much better at communicating my truth gently when I'm not on Ambien. And so that's what I invite you to do right now. If you are experiencing anger, if you have anger coming up, especially if it feels misplaced or out of proportion to the circumstances, understand that this is probably anger that you've held on to for a while. And it's probably related to more than what the current circumstances are. And so when that anger comes up, allow yourself to sit with it, allow yourself to feel it. You don't need to project it onto other people. You are welcome to express it and to communicate your truth. You can express your anger gently and kindly. That's a possibility. But when your anger comes up, first of all, give yourself grace. Second of all, express and communicate as needed. And then the third thing that I recommend is to take a look. What changes need to happen in your life, and what boundaries might have been violated? Where do you need to communicate your boundaries better? What do you need to do to repair those boundaries? So, yeah, anger is a really good emotion. Okay, well, it's a neutral emotion, but the message it has is so good and so powerful. And so I invite you to leave any questions that you have there in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. And I will be back with a couple more exercises to help you process your emotions today. Thank you.